Blah, freaking blah. What's going on, guys? You're looking beautiful today. Thank you for joining me. Another fun-filled adventure today. So I had a list. Of things I want to talk about today. I really did. I had written it down, and I just was thinking things through, gonna figure out, what I wanted to talk with you guys about today. Because you had, new trailers were coming out, the new Starship Troopers connected with Sony's miscalculations I want to talk about. But then there's this. And it's just a continuing piece of the Marvel Implosion Saga. That's what I'm calling it now. It's just the Marvel Implosion Saga. I think that we are witnessing history before our eyes, where political activism takes down one of the most beloved comic companies, or the most beloved comic company ever. Does that seem morbid or overly negative? Even a couple of months ago, I would have said yeah. But after digging into this more and more, and just being increasingly dumbfounded and staggered by what I was seeing happen in Marvel Comics, I think it is very possible that they are flirting with disaster. I really do. And I think they are, full steam ahead, like I was joking in that little skit that I did for Secret Empire, or Secret Meeting, where we did the voices for the guys in the meeting trying to figure out what they could do next, and their best idea was to come up with Hydra Magneto, the concentration camp survivor, sworn enemy of the Nazis, Hydra Magneto. And, ladies and gentlemen, they could not be content to stop there, because in Secret Empire issue number 3, which I do not recommend that you buy, but if you buy, hey, it's your money, we have this. We have Frank Castle, the Punisher, going, "Hail Hydra." And why? Why? The thing is, this is going to involve, you guys noticed that I've been kind of, if you're new here, thank you for joining us. But for you guys that have been listening, you can go back and check other videos if you're new, and I'll kind of recap a little bit. But I have been really hesitant to get off into the politics that were involved in these decisions, because, that's not what my channel really was. I started off being a movie channel, then I started talking about news, and Marvel Comics was one of those stories. And you guys are really passionate about this, so I started digging into it further. And as I dug, of course, I got, more and more distraught by what I was seeing. But you know what? I'm kind of facing the fact that we're not going to be able to adequately talk about this without going into everything. So I'm just putting that on the table right now, that, I love movies and I love comic books, and that'll be primarily what my channel is. But you know what? I want to address this, because what we're seeing and the reasons why we're seeing it go so much deeper than just political activism. It's a worldview from a group of people that do not understand our country. They do not understand morality. They do not understand God. And I'll explain this because I'm not saying that they're bad people necessarily. I'm not saying I wouldn't get along with them, hanging out at a bar or drinking coffee or talking about things, current events or whatever. I mean, I'm perfectly fine talking with people that don't share my ideology or my faith or any of that. But when you are absolutely wrecking beloved characters and a beloved company to further your own political leanings, your ideology has made you blind and arrogant. Because you can watch these guys on interviews, you can read interviews, you can look at them on Twitter, look at their behavior. They are better than you. In their minds, they are better than you and me. They are. You can see it. They have this this air about them, that they are elevated above you. They have a higher understanding, and they would never admit to this. Well, some of them might. But we're all wrong. I want to suggest a video to you guys too. I'm gonna put the link here. And a side note to this, I love the YouTube community. Man, the more I've gotten around and looked at your guys' videos and videos that are suggested around my videos, there's a lot of great, really smart people commenting on this. So anytime I see a video that really blows me away, I'm going to share it with you guys. And y'all do the same. If you see somebody really giving good commentary on this, let me know. Because I love seeing what other people have to say about this. Because, clearly my perspective is but one perspective. And I'm always looking to take in other perspectives to see what they bring to the table. This guy really breaks down how Secret Empire is a lecture from Nick Spencer at you and at this country for voting in Donald Trump. And when he explains it to you, when he shows it to you, I mean, this is something that I knew, and it was actually something I was going to get into, but when I saw his video, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not going to be able to do this better than he does, so I'm just going to point you guys to him. And I encourage you to subscribe. I watched a few of his videos. It's really good. I can't remember the name of his channel right now off the top of my head as I'm recording. Hooray for me for show prep. But like I said, the link will be up top. It'll be in the description box, and it'll be on my recommended viewing on freakinblah.com, which is my main YouTube page. If you've not checked that out, check that out. When I see something that I really think is special, I will put it in my recommended viewing. But Nick Spencer is preaching at us. And his ideology is wrong. It's messed up. That's my personal opinion. And, that's... Yeah. Because what these guys feel and believe is that America is bad. And this is why Captain America is a Hydra agent. I, honest to God, don't think they understand the good guys. They don't understand America being good. They've been taught that America is bad. So the symbol of America, therefore, must be bad unless he is like them and their America. It frustrates the hell out of me. Again, because I didn't want to necessarily try to tackle this on this channel, and I don't mind tackling it. But these guys are mad at you. They're mad at me. They're mad at the country for choosing the wrong candidate. Now, they have stated that they had this story planned out a couple of years ago. It was all started in the, I think, what was it? Civil War II, or it was Nick Spencer's Captain America run. I don't remember. And it very well may be that Nick Spencer was flirting around with the idea of making Captain America a Hydra agent for his entire history, which is stupid. It's absolutely a dumb plot point. And they're going to make this go away. None of this is going to matter. Mark my words right now. What's happening in Secret Empire, Marvel is going to erase. It doesn't matter. What matters is what they're trying to preach at us and how often they're trying to preach it and how we're all fed up with it. Clearly there are some people that are overlooking it, and there's probably a few people that actually agree with it. But is Marvel really willing to risk their entire company on this? It's a shame. So I realize that I've completely deviated from Frank Castle being a Hydra agent. And I'm look, one of the first superhero quote unquote, one of the first Marvel books I ever bought was the Punisher miniseries. Like on the newsstand. I'm kind of old. And I'm looking at it going, what would be the motivation of the Punisher teaming up with the Uber Nazis? And I want to read you guys a quote. This is a quote from Secret Empire number 3. And this is the Punisher talking to Boomerang. Frank Castle says, "It doesn't matter who I am, Fred. It matters what I could be. If you and I don't come to an understanding, I could be God's red right hand. That's terrible. I could be his swift and terrible vengeance. I could be your punishment. Hail Hydra." Number one, that is really, really terrible writing. Number two, to me, this does not fit the character of the Punisher at all. Why would Frank Castle choose to team up with the Nazis? And yes, Nick, I'm calling them Nazis because that's what they are. Hydra is Nazism. It was synonymous for the Nazis in the comic books originally. I don't care if they did make it an alien race or some such nonsense. After the fact, they align themselves with Nazis because their ideologies matched. They're Nazis. Okay, this is stupid, and I can't. Okay, all right. So you can see in that picture that he's even changed the Punisher logo to a Hydra Punisher logo. Nick Spencer is just co-opting these characters to get across this propaganda. It doesn't matter if it fits their profile. It doesn't matter if it fits them. As far as I can tell, the only thing connecting Frank Castle to Captain America was that scene in Civil War, the first Civil War, where he comes in and just butchers two bad guys, just mows them down with his machine gun, and Captain America proceeds to beat his ass. And Captain America tells him to fight back, and the Punisher stuns everyone because he's like, no, not you. Because Frank Castle, as crazy as he is, had a deep respect for Captain America. And number one, that deep respect for Captain America, do you think that would translate if Frank Castle found out that Captain America was a secret Nazi agent the entire time? Or would Frank Castle be the guy the first in line pointing a sniper rifle at that man's head? It would be the ultimate betrayal. Frank Castle would be the last person to be a Hydra agent on Captain America's side. He would be the guy leading the charge to take the man out. This is Nick Spencer's commentary, his leftist commentary, that Frank Castle, a mentally unhinged veteran, will choose the side of fascism. Side note, the Nazi Party, Nick, was a socialist party. Look that up, Nick. You have some homework to do yourself, son. So it grieves me, guys. It really does. I hate to see that this is continuing. I hate to see that these people are steering this ship straight towards the iceberg. But if this ship is not righted, it will start to sink. I mean, it will hit this iceberg, and you will see. I fully expect at some point Disney to wake up, and for them to start. I mean, there's got to be a bloodbath at some point. Either the company is going to go down, or the people running this ship are going to go down. Here's a side note that's kind of comical. And again, while you're on Google, do a test. I want you to type in anything Secret Empire. I typed in, why is the Punisher Hydra? I was just seeing if someone had some commentary, some thoughts on this, and I couldn't really find anything yet. If you guys find anything, let me know. But given my thoughts, I want to know what you think too. I want to know what you make of the Punisher siding with Captain America. If you even give a crap. Because, like I said, none of this is going to matter. It's not going to matter. They're going to erase this. Now, whether they go up or down from there, who knows? But back to Google. Why is the Punisher Hydra the first search? And every single search, I'd realize this, is every single search I've ever done on Google, the first link is an abcnews.go.com article with a nice video, which is very complimentary, showing a Marvel Insider video where the editors and Nick Spencer and all of them always talk so glowingly about themselves and about their stories, and they all just slap each other on the back and tell you how brilliant it is, and it's the best thing ever. It's so exciting. They really try to sell you that it's exciting, and this stuff is game-changing. It's all game-changing. It's always been game-changing. That's always how they sell these things, as we talked about before. Anyway, look it up. Try it. See if you get anything other than abcnews.go.com, which is, of course, owned by Disney. You knew that, right? ABC is owned by Disney. So that Disney's just rubbing itself on the back, and it's got each other's back, and I think it's just all one big happy family. And when I say that at some point Disney's going to have to go after these guys running Marvel, it is not because of the ideology. It will be because they're killing the company. At some point, Disney's just going to have to make them stop, because the survival of the company will matter. Now, so hold on. You guys, I know I just heard some of you go, they're never going to stop because the Marvel movie money is so big. And on the surface, you're absolutely right. They're making a ton of money. But you don't know Disney's practices. Each company under its umbrella has to pull its own weight. They will not bail Marvel Comics out with Marvel Studios money, because those are two separate entities. I'm sure they're connected, in various ways, but they are, for all intents and purposes, two different companies. Disney killed Marvel Infinity. It was a profitable thing they had going. It was just making less money than they wanted. They will not hesitate to axe anything under their umbrella. I mean, what was it when Disney bought Lucas? What did they immediately do? They immediately axed Dark Horse contract for their comic licenses. They immediately axed the entire Lucas Games division and farmed that out. I mean, they will axe. I mean, those guys made groundbreaking games and just threw them onto the street. Brutal. They're not going to have it. I think that they agree with their ideology. Just for the same reason they killed Last Man Standing, their second highest rated comedy that was in its 6th season, drawing solid numbers. Killed it. And, there were a myriad of reasons for that, but I guarantee you that number one was the politics. God, it's so sad. So much for tolerance, huh, guys? Anyway, this has been my take, guys. I'm sorry that this sounded kind of like a bummer, but this is on its face, it has a lot more. I mean, watch that other guy's video and listen to his commentary too, and let me know what you think, because I'm not trying to be a downer on this. I don't mean to bring everybody down or get people revved up and shooting nails out of their teeth. It's just to I think we just need to address this honestly now. And I think a lot of you guys already are. I need to address it honestly, because that's what this is. They just don't understand it. They don't understand the characters. They don't understand their motivations. They should not have the reins on this. They shouldn't do it. It's not to say they're not talented. I mean, that artwork is beautiful. But they should not have these books. Well, that's my 2 cents, guys. This is the latest chapter in the Marvel Implosion Saga. And we will keep you posted. And I'll get back to you guys hopefully in the next day or two with a couple more stories that are unrelated to Marvel, or we'll just keep talking about Marvel. Hell, I don't care. You guys let me know what you want to talk about. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you. I'd love to talk with you. And if I can't get back to every one of your comments, know that I read them. I read them all. Sometimes it takes me a while. And I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. And if you want to share this with anybody, please feel free. That always helps support things. So once again, guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you on the next one.